Welcome Algebra 2. This is rational expressions, adding and subtracting. The essential question is, how is adding and subtracting rational expressions similar to adding and subtracting rational numbers? How is it different? Let's begin. So first I want to review just adding and subtracting some fractions here. So 3/4 plus 7/4. When you have the same denominator right here, and leave the denominator the same 4 and just add the numerators. 3 plus 7 equals 10. And 10/4 you can divide both sides by 2, top and bottom, and you get 5/2. I want to leave this as improper fractions. Don't change it like that. Just leave it as improper. Now this bottom one, these aren't like denominators. I want to have the lowest common multiple. I want to change these denominators. So the lowest common multiple between 4 and 6 will be 12. So I want to multiply the right fraction by 2 over 2 and the left fraction to get up to 12, 3 over 3. When you do this, on the left fraction you're going to be with 9 over 12. And the right fraction, you're going to be 10 over 12. Now that it has the same denominator, 12 is on the bottom, 9 plus 10 is 19 on the top. On the bottom one, we're subtracting here. So 7 and 8, again, we're going to find the lowest common multiple. This is going to be 56, so I have to multiply the right by 7 over 7, and the left by 8 over 8. When you do this, 8 times 1 is 8 over 56, minus 3 times 7 is 21 over 56. Subtracting this time, so I'm going to have 56 in the bottom. 8 minus 21 is going to be negative 13. I cannot simplify. I will leave that answer. All right, so adding and subtracting rational expressions, it's kind of similar here. We got variables, but don't let that freak you out. You follow a lot of the same rules. So if the denominator is the same, we just add and subtract the numerators, just like with regular numbers. So 12mn squared is the same on both of these. So I'm going to leave 12mn squared in the bottom and add the top. M, it's plus, so it'll be m minus n plus m plus 6n. So m plus m is 2m, and negative 1n plus 6n is going to be plus 5n. All right, and I can't simplify anything, so there's my answer. On the bottom, when you're subtracting, make sure you distribute this negative sign to both of these. So what I like doing right away, I like just getting rid of this, making this negative x, and making this a negative 6y. And I have the same denominator, so I'm going to leave it as 12y. And then I got x minus x, 1x minus x is 0 x's, so no x's over here, and 4y minus 6y will be negative 2y. Now I always try to see if I can reduce things. Since I have a y on top and bottom, I can cancel the y's. And 2 and 12 both divide by 2, so I'm going to divide by 2 becomes 1, divide by 2 becomes 6, so I have negative 1 over 6 is my best answer. All right, denominators are different. You must change the denominators to the lowest common multiple, just like we did when it was numbers. So basically what a lot of that's going to be is just multiply by the other denominator sometimes. So 5 and 2p plus 4. I'm going to multiply the right one by 5 over 5, and the left one by 2p plus 4 over 2p plus 4. Now if you're doing this for this left fraction, you're going to get 3p times 2p plus 4, and then it's going to be minus 2p. I'm going to write this as one big fraction already because this is going to be 5 times 2p plus 4 and 5 times 2p plus 4. So I'm going to go 5 times 2p plus 4. Now I want to combine things on the top. So I want to distribute this 3p first. So this is going to be 6p squared plus 12p minus 2p. Over 5 times 2p plus 4. And combine like terms, these two, this 12 and negative 2 combine. So that's going to be 6p squared plus 10p over 5 times 2p plus 4. And I might distribute that 5 times 2p plus 4. So I want to simplify as much as possible here. So I'm going to distribute that 5. And I will get 6p squared plus 10p over 10p plus 20. Now, is there any number, so we have all these 4 terms here. Is there any number that I can divide or reduce each of these coefficients by? They're all even, so I can divide them all by 2. So this becomes 3, this becomes 5, this becomes 5, and this becomes 10. So my best answer, that's the most simplified, is going to be 3p squared plus 5p over 5p plus 10. Yep, that's what it looks like. All right, let's look at something else. Again, I want to multiply by the common denominator here. I'm going to multiply by the denominator on the other side. So multiply this by k plus 4 over k plus 4. I like putting parentheses around everything. Just reminds me things are being multiplied. And multiply this side by k minus 3 times k minus 3. Okay, so distributing this top, I'm going to get, I'll do the work like I did last time. 4k times k plus 4 minus 4 times k minus 3 all over k plus 4 times k minus 3. All right, I want to distribute each of those. Do distribution on each of these right here. So what you're going to get on the top if I do that, you can get 4k times k is going to be 4k squared. 4k times 4 is plus 16k. Negative 4 times k is minus 4k. Negative 4 times negative 3 is plus 12. And it's going to be all over, well, you don't have to multiply that out right now. So I'm going to call that k plus 4 times k minus 3. Now if I'm combining the right terms in the top, you are going to get 4k squared minus 12k plus 12 over k plus 4 times k minus 3. All right, I want to factor and try to reduce as much as possible. So I want to see what's possible. On the top here, I can factor out a 4. So I'm going to factor this out as 4 times k squared minus 3k plus 3. And then it's going to be k minus 4 times k minus 3. And you might ask, is there anything that multiplies to 3 and adds to negative 3? There is not. So this is the most simplified answer. Or if you left it as this, I'd be okay. So you try to cancel out, and you try to factor just like we did when we were reducing rational expressions, but if you can't, you're done. All right, let's try one more. So this one right here. There's a few ways we can approach this. So you could do it the way we've done this before, but if you might recognize on this factor on the right, I'm actually going to factor out. I'm going to factor out first. So it's going to be 4 over, I can factor out 2x times x minus 4 over 3 times 2x. And what you might notice here is this is 2x times x minus 4, and this is 2x. I want to make them the same denominator. So all I need to do, instead of multiplying both, I can multiply the right by x minus 4 over x minus 4. If you end up doing this, you'll have the same denominator, so it would be 3 times x minus 4 minus 4 all over 2x times x minus 4. All right, I am going to distribute. So when you do this, distributing this 3, so you get 3x minus 12 minus 4 over 2x times x minus 4. Combining like terms on that, we are going to get 3x minus 16 over 2x times x minus 4. And you know what? I'll leave it at that. Nothing's going to cancel out. All right. See if we have another one. All right. I will do another last example. So, again, I think I could factor out here. I don't think anything's going to help me. I'm just going to multiply by the other denominator. 5v plus 6, 5v plus 6. Over here, 6v minus 12, 6v minus 12. So what do you get when you do this? On top here, I'll get 5 times 5v plus 6 plus 5 times 6v minus 12 all over 6v minus 12 times 5v plus 6. I'm going to distribute for both of these, and you get 25v plus 30 plus 30v minus 60 over the same denominator, 6v minus 12 times 5v plus 6. And I want to combine like terms. So on the top here, the 25v plus 30v is going to be 55v, and 30 plus negative 60. Oops.